Hey there, everyone. It's Mike from Downtown Comics, and it's going to be November 7th, 2023. We're going to talk about all the new graphic novels and such that are releasing this week. So before we begin, downtowncomics.com is the place to go to check out the new release this week list and see maybe some stuff that I don't have on this table, and then order it from us or buy it from us or whatever. And then like, sharing, and subscribing is always appreciated. So let's get going. We've got a couple of nice deluxe hardcovers to start out the day. DC The New Frontier, the Darwin Cook opus. They made a movie about it. It's a really great story. If you've never read it, but you get the whole thing in a nice hardcover. Again, another perfect gift idea for those fans. And then we move on to Daredevil. All right, so this is part of the Mark Waid run from the mid-2010s. So you've got Daredevil, the 2011 series, 1 through 27. Some amazing Spider-Man tie-ins and like a Punisher one-shot. So basically, the whole 2011 Daredevil series by Mark Waid, which was very good. So that's all collected in a big hardcover. And Marvel being Johnny on the spot, you just saw the Echo trailer for January, and they have a conveniently priced Echo trade out. So you get all probably the big Echo storylines they've done, which includes Daredevil, her first appearance from 9 through 15, and then her big story arc 51 through 55. So if you don't know who Echo is and want to get started on that, you can get all the appropriate issues in one volume. All right, we've got a new Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the latest series, the first volume. I assume it's 1 through 5. It is. It's 1 through 5. We've got the Star Wars Scoundrels, Rebels, and the Empire. I assume this is all the one-shots they released. So you get the Return of the Jedi, Jedi's Palace, the Ewoks, the Lando, the Empire, the Rebellion, and the Max Rebo one-shot all in one book. So you can get all of that. The second volume of the Planet, or is it the first volume? I don't know. The Planet of the Apes miniseries. Is that volume 1 or... is that the whole thing? Okay. I guess it's the Planet of the Apes miniseries, which is, they're doing a new Planet of the Apes movie next fall as well, or next summer. And you get the whole miniseries. That was really good. I enjoyed that. I'm not a huge Planet of the Apes fan, but I like that story. Let's go onward to, well, we got an epic here. Great Responsibility. I'm pretty sure this is just a reprint of Volume 1. So I'm going to just say it's Volume 1. Oh, nope, it's Volume 2. All right. This has been out before. But if you missed it, it's back in print, so you get 18 through 38 and Annual 2. So there you go there. I didn't even guess. Sorry. Warlock Rebirth, that miniseries gets reprinted. Let's see. Down here in the digest versions, we have a new one called X-Women. So you're going to get some one-shot starring all the big X-Women. So from First Class, Uncanny Origins, Uncanny X-Men First Class, Spider-Man Team Up. So, yeah, so a bunch of stories starring Jean Grey, Rogue, Storm, etc. We got a new Pokemon book, Pokemon World Championship. It's the same thing. All right, so from the Dungeons & Dragons world, started in Honor Among Thieves, we have another novel. So it's a prequel. So if you're interested in the druid from that movie, this is kind of her origin story in a novel. So you can get that. One Piece has a new manga volume. We're on 104 for One Piece. Our Marvel Masterworks reprints in digest format, Fantastic Four. This is Volume 3. So you're going to get 21 through 29. So that's some classic stuff. You get a Hulk versus Thing battle, Doctor Doom, the first appearance of the X-Men in Fantastic Four. So yeah, that's some good stuff. And it's only $15.99. So, all right, we've got something called The Nightcrawlers. Looks like a YA graphic novel. We also have another Animal Rescue Friends. I want to say this is the second one we've carried. And The Cardboard Kingdom, Snow and Sorcery. I think we've had more than one of those. For Lego, we have a Batman Superman Lego story. And then we have a pretty cool Amazing Friends pop-up peekaboo book. Peekaboo for the youngins. And then for the little bit older youngins, we have a new Static YA graphic novel. All right, we got some DC manga. So Volume 2 of the Superman manga and Volume 2 of the Joker manga. So if you like those first volumes, we got a second volume there. Dead Boy Detectives, that miniseries gets reprinted. Batman Reptilian, it was out in hardcover. It's now available in softcover. That's the Garth Ennis Batman story. Ghost Lore, I want to say that's Volume 1. It is Volume 1 of Ghost Lore. So that's 1 through 4 of that book. And you also get Volume 1 of World Tree. So if you missed this one by Tynan, it is now collected, Volume 1 of this. The miniseries Space Job gets collected. And here for your Neil Gaiman fans, so he did The American Gods. He did 3 complete miniseries over, a 5 or 7 year period. It's now been finally collected, the whole thing in a softcover. So if you want to get the whole thing now, you can get it in an omnibus. So it's all 3 miniseries, all available. Cyberpunk has had a bunch of miniseries over the last few years, and they finally release a hardcover library edition. So they do this with the Stranger Things and the Hellboy. So you're just getting a bunch of the miniseries. You get the Trauma Team. You have My Word, Blackout. So those 3 miniseries all in one giant hardcover. The Power of the Dark Crystal, I believe this is also the complete collection of various miniseries that are prequels to the Dark Crystal movie that they've done in comic books. So you can get the whole thing now. I don't know if it lists what you're getting. It does not. But basically the whole thing they did as prequels to the Dark Crystal story, the movie. You can now get the whole thing in a giant hardcover. And rounding it out, the better, how should I put this? Jeff Johns did a pretty decent run on Superman back in the day, and his more famous stories are now coming back into print. So, Superman Brainiac, that's a great story. That is now available. And Superman Ending Battle is also now available. So, I think there's going to be a couple other ones that Jeff Johns wrote. But those are now back in print, if you want to check those out. And finally, we end with a DC omnibus, what they call their Absolute. And this is, Absolute the Court of Owls. All right, so I'm not sure if this has been out before. It feels like it has. But anyway, you get the whole Court of Owls saga. So you get Batman, the 2011 series, 1 through 11, and then you get the full script and pencils to Batman #1 and an introduction. So, but in a very nice giant hardcover. So Batman 1 through 11 in a nice slipcase, actually. Slipcase hardcover, no less. So that's our Absolute. And that's it. We're done. All right. So some really good stuff. A lot of stuff for the youngins and a lot of stuff for the adultins. And I hope you had a good time watching. Thanks for doing that. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.